Hey, how you guys doing? I'm looking really tired today. I stayed up late last night. Sometimes I have a lot on my mind, so I can't sleep, but all is well over here on my end. I hope everything is good on your guys' end. Um, Today I just got done praying and doing like my morning gratitude list, but I read a little bit of James Allen from the book As a Man Thinketh. And there's some other literature that I read, some other books, but this particular book um, I have been really enjoying lately. And so there's this chapter called The Thought Factor in Achievement. And I think this is in alignment with my life and a lot of my truths and beliefs. Um, and with this YouTube channel, with work, with school, with my own life, with my spirituality, with my family, I think there's a lot of things that I would like to achieve and have been achieving. And so this chapter just has been speaking to me in the first paragraph especially. Also, and through some of my spiritual work, I have gone and made a moral inventory, and there was a lot of things that in my life that went wrong, or people that upset me, or situations that had happened, and I believed that it was some external force that was putting everything into place and making everything happen. And what this beginning of this chapter, what this whole book is saying, is really that we are the captains of our own ship. We make our own bed. Pretty much our thoughts and our inner desires and our inner conditions shape our reality, shape how we see the world. Everything that we experience in this life is because of our own making, and because of the inner dialogue that's going on in our brains. And so this is what it says. All that a man achieves and all that he fails to achieve is the direct result of his own thoughts. In a justly ordered universe where loss of equipoise would mean total destruction, individual responsibility must be absolute. A man's weakness and strength, purity and impurity are his own and not another man's. So we're taking personal responsibility here. They are brought about by himself and not by another, and they can only be altered by himself, never by another. I agree with this, but I also would like to say that these things have been altered by me getting my power from God, whatever God is to you or to me. But when it says by himself, I think that's myself with God. It says, his condition is also his own and not another man's. It's no one else's fault that I am the way that I am. It is me. Because if it's everyone else's fault, we'll sit around forever hoping that they change. And we know from experience that that's never happened. So we're going to take personal responsibility here. Then it goes on to say, his suffering and his happiness are evolved from within. As he thinks, so he is, and as he continued, and hang on, as he thinks, so he is. As he continues to think, so he remains. So, this kind of just reawakens me to the fact that like I need to be really aware of the inner dialogue that's going on in my brain. Be cognizant of what beliefs that I'm feeding into, how I'm talking to myself, how I'm thinking about others, how I view situations, and so if it's saying that as I think, so I am, as he continues to think, so he remains. If I continue to be judgmental of others and of myself, that will only the only result there is going to be that I am judgmental, insecure, hostile, overly critical. That's what it's. I'll be that as a man. There's no way that it could be anything else but that. So if I start to think of love for others, of love for myself, intentionally choose these thoughts. And it's very hard in the beginning because sometimes we're stuck in that hamster wheel of like autopilot destructive thinking. But the more that I can become aware of that and intentionally choose what I want to think, then things start to become a little bit better. And so I will start to think, this is one thing that I've been using, is when I really feel myself being critical or judgmental of other people, in my head I will intentionally say I love you in my mind to them. Like walking down the street, friends, family, I'll just tell them that I love them. And then I start to actually feel that. I start to think that. And then if I have love for others, then I start to have some love for myself. I can never be free as a person if I'm doing that to others, if I'm judging so harshly. Because no one's ever talked to me worse than I talk to me. So I need to start trying to speak highly of others and of myself. And that's something that I've been doing a lot. I've also been trying to think positively that I am lovable and I have love to give. I've been thinking that I am successful. Not that I will be. I'd like to speak it in now to the universe. In my mind, I've been saying I am successful. I've been saying there's nothing wrong with me. So there's a lot of like self-love affirmations. And the more that I do this and the more that I work to change my inner condition, my external starts to look better as well. I start to view the world through a different lens. I start to see everyone as just human, that they have God in them as well as I have God in me, and they also are just fallible the way that I'm fallible. Start to see the world as a beautiful place, that there is goodness in this world and it's worth living for. And I start to see like the little intricate beauty in things, the trees, animals. Sounds so silly, but like so many times throughout the day I've walked by this world with little concern or apathy and all cynical. And so now I kind of get to be still and see the beauty in it. And these little opportunities start to show themselves, whether it be work or new people that I'm meeting. The magic has been working. It's really apparent to me now that I need to change spiritually and internally to get to where I want to go. That needs to be the first thing that I should address every morning upon waking up, is trying to better myself and become more in tune with God. So that's my little thoughts about all this. I know I've just been rambling. It's hard to do. I just speak in one take. So if any of that made sense, I'm really glad. I hope you guys got something out of it. And if not, well, whatever. So have a good day, guys. I really appreciate all of you. We have 19 subscribers now. This channel's growing. So there's a lot to look forward to. Anyway, have a good Tuesday. Take it easy.